Welcome to the Laramie County Library System's Waterways exhibit. This interactive exhibit presents water as a critical resource, whether liquid, gas, or solid. Along with water's impact biologically and environmentally, the exhibit also addresses water's impact on humans as a source of spirituality, inspiration for art, influence on settlement patterns, politics, and economic planning. In addition to waterways, there are complementary exhibits on water history from the Wyoming State Engineer's Office, photographic interpretations of the Cheyenne Water Treatment Plant by photography students from South High School, and panels on Dinwiddie Glacier research by faculty and students from Central Wyoming College in Riverton. Water is a core factor in our relationships with the world around us. Historically, access to water made it easier to travel, migrate, or trade with others. Water was the fastest pathway to other places. Today, waterways still serve as highways, moving people, cargo, and ideas. Water is a natural border, and it makes a logical political boundary. It can also be significant as a cultural or symbolic border. For those traveling by land, water can be a barrier. For centuries, water helped bring people from a variety of cultures to places all over the world. Islands, in particular, have served as cultural crossroads, bringing people with different backgrounds together and forming unique communities. Water is life. It forms our world and our lives. It allows us to travel. It blocks our paths. It is crucial in determining where we live and work and what we eat and drink. It is an essential biological and natural resource that people struggle to access and control. Water shapes human culture, our ways of life. It is central to many rituals and ceremonies around the world. It inspires art and music. Think about all the ways we connect to water, physically, biologically, and emotionally. Water means a lot to individuals and communities. Water also plays a role in our work, faith, and relationship with nature. Water is the source of our very lives. It is the source of things we encounter every day. It shapes our land, forms our communities, and inspires our culture. Rivers, rain, ice, and oceans shape the land through erosion and constant pressure on Earth. The ebb and flow of water creates and destroys the land we inhabit. Access to water determines where and how we build our communities and structure our lives. Water holds a central point in the origin stories and rituals of many cultures and faiths. Water inspires our art, music, dance, and literature. Consider all the ways that water is at the core of things. It's not only in our bodies and all around us on the planet, but it's also featured in our faiths and our culture. In many cultures, water is the substance at the heart of Earth's origins. Water is a shared resource. It flows between communities. The water used upstream is also used downstream, but it is not always shared equally. Water's usefulness, and our unquestionable need for it, make it a valuable commodity. Disputes over access and availability of water happen regularly throughout the world. You've probably had a glass of water to drink today, taken a shower, or washed some dishes. We use water in our homes every day. For most Americans, water is so easy to get and use that we don't even think about it. About how much water do you think you use each day? The average American uses about 100 gallons of water each day, mostly for health and hygiene. The average bath requires about 16 gallons of water. How does your use measure up? What steps do people in your community take right now to conserve or reuse water? Humans not only drink water, we put it to work. We search for ways to control water and the energy it possesses. In 2010, Americans withdrew 355 billion gallons of water for use each day. Massive dams corral our drinking water and generate electricity. Miles upon miles of canals and irrigation deliver water to crops. We use water to make goods like paper and computer chips, to keep lawns green, and for cooking and cleaning and fun. Water is a finite resource. Our environment does not create water, it recycles it. We take steps to ensure the quality and reliability of our current water resources. We find ways to recycle water and make untapped water sources useful. Even though we have the recipe, 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen, we cannot make our own water. Population growth is altering access to water supplies. Scientists continue to study how climate changes could affect water supplies in the future. Americans are making great strides in cleaning up water supplies, but pollution remains a problem. Americans have learned over the past century that our access to clean, usable water is far from guaranteed. No new water is being created. We have to protect the water we have and use it wisely. While some water challenges are seemingly insurmountable, people are great problem solvers. There are many easy, positive changes we can make right where we live. It is possible and necessary to renew, refresh, and reuse water. Our history and our culture bear witness to the importance of water. Just as water nourishes us physically, it also builds us up spiritually. Without enough water, our health suffers and our economy and political structures would falter. It's clear that water has a significant impact on our ways of life. Thank you for viewing this brief tour of waterways. Do remember, this was only an overview of the exhibit, which is extremely well thought out and fabricated. We hope you'll visit the library to make use of the interactive pieces within the exhibit, as well as to complete a scavenger hunt. Waterways is part of Museum on Main Street, a collaboration between the Smithsonian Institution and Wyoming Humanities, and was adapted from an exhibition organized by the American Museum of Natural History, New York. For questions or to set up a tour related to waterways, please call 307-634-3561 or visit our website, laramiecountylibrary.org, and we'll be happy to help.